Safaricom MPD My Professional Dreams Academies tryouts that have been going on throughout the country. The MPD Academies are looking for 40 players from each of the centers they've had trials on. That is in from Mombasa, Kisumu, Kakamega, Nakuru, Thika, which is next, and Nairobi. Well, over the last weekend and 4 days, they were in Kisumu and Nakuru. We're able to catch up with the team with what they were doing in those activities, and this is what they had to tell us.
I enjoy studying here in Kisumu and Kakamega and Mombasa. It's a nice people. It will be coming to do it. It's very good because for discovering new talents in Kenya, this is a great challenge. For the place, all coaches passing for the selections is very, very nice because I find good talents in Mombasa and Kakamega, and then Kisumu. It's very good. I find a lot of talent here. As like Kenya have talent. I like the sport we have, the Safaricom and MPD. All people work together. I think all coaches enjoy more when go to next seat is in Nakuru. Most of the players don't know where's the good position for them. The coach, this is it. Coach need to identify where's the best position for these players. It happened here. In the past, the same happened in Kakamega and Mombasa. And then he started discovering new talents. One change the position of the players. It's going to be a hard job because each city take 14 players. It's going to be very, very, very hard because you have a lot of the talents here, and the 3 cities we passed already. And now you need to remember, you need to go to Nakuru, Thika, and Nairobi. More 3. I think it's going to be very, very hard to select all these players for the final day in Nairobi. When they talk this one, they talk about Africa. In Africa, have a great talent. They say in Angola, have the same. There's a great talent. You don't have like this opportunity at the moment. Maybe one day Safaricom go to join in Angola for do this job. It's an interesting job because the things I see here, it's not happening all the time. They give opportunity to all young boys here for show your talent and then be selected for next the MPD Academy. If all the time happen things like that, I think it's going to be better, not just for Kenya, for Angola, Cameroon, wherever, all countries, because in Africa they have great talents in all Africa. This need big support, big sponsors for doing this job, because this is a great thing to happen in Kenya. I'm very happy because I never worked in like a project like that. I want to see a lot of the young kids come for try, you give them a chance, they do your best, all kids enjoy. For me, if we can do this, this is my job. I take all players, he puts you in one academy because I have a lot of talents in Kenya.
Definitely there will be opportunity for them. We have one of our pillars. We have 7 pillars of development in Kisumu County, and one of them is developing and nurturing talent and sport. So within that framework, we should be able to accommodate those that have not been picked at the national level, and that they can also find opportunity to continue with developing their talent. We will set a budget just for this. We shall be able to support them. I know that some of them could have come without the necessary sporting gear. For example, boots. If we are requested, and this should come early enough, we should be able to organize some assistive resources that will help compete favorably with the others that are coming from the other parts of the country.
Well, I know you've got a lot of questions on the My Professional Dreams Academies and Safaricom's Next Generation Talent Search. With me in studio is Terry O'Neill, the chairman of MPD. Terry.
Lovely to be here, Mike.
Welcome. First, maybe you tell us, the question that everybody's asking is, why Kenya? How did My Professional Dreams end up in Kenya and not any other African country that has got a name for football?
I think the answer to that, Mike Gill, is very straightforward. Kenya is incredibly fortunate to have a company called Safaricom. A company as big as they are who recognize that the youth, the development, the opportunity to give to the nation, they approached us, engaged us, came up with this wonderful initiative to discover Kenya's unfound talent. And here we are now delivering it as Safaricom Next Generation.
When the first time you're told that this company is Kenyan and they want you to look for talents in Kenya, what was the reaction?
The truth is that I was very skeptical about it. I needed to do a lot of research about it. I couldn't understand why West Africa was so successful and East Africa wasn't, other than a few individual players who had been developed. And I then, having done the investigation, realized that there was no pathway, no structure for the youth to be recognized, and importantly then to be developed after they're recognized.
Well, you've been to Mombasa, then Kakamega, then Kisumu, and Nakuru. You've got two more, Thika and Nairobi, to go.
Yep.
How has it been for you guys coming all the way from Mombasa up to Nakuru?
The only way I can describe that is magnificent. And I mean that in a totally sincere and genuine way. When you have young footballers and their coaches coming from all kinds of backgrounds, for example, we had in Nakuru one coach bringing his team from 800 kilometers away to be part of the tryouts at Safaricom Next Generation. Another coach bringing his team 400 kilometers away. That's incredible commitment, and every area we've been to, the welcome we've had has been magnificent. There's been huge numbers turning out. It was great to see recently people turning up dressed in Safaricom paint covered over their bodies, celebrating the occasion. Very, very special everywhere we've gone.
Well, you're looking for 40 in all these centers that you have. What happens then?
Okay, the important thing is, and when we say we're looking for 40, this is a real search to find Kenya's unfound talent. So if we go to one region and we see 44 fantastically talented footballers, boys and girls, and we go to another region and we identify 32, we'll take that line. We're not here to make the numbers game perfect. We're here to find Kenya's unfound talent. When we found the talent, and it's an average of 40 around the regions, we'll bring them then to the national finals. When they come to the national finals, they'll be part of the best from the nation, where we're going to discover Safaricom's next generation of 75 players who are going to come and join my Professional Dreams Academies in January at a school based here in Nairobi, and we'll develop them month after month. We'll have behind closed doors fixtures from in the first quarter of the year. We'll have international fixtures from in the first quarter. We'll have, they'll be traveling to the Dubai International Super Cup to participate against teams from all over the world. We'll constantly be testing them month after month.
The biggest question would be from one of the questions I'm getting online on Twitter is that we've seen these initiatives before, and they always get to a certain point and they fizzle out. Those players are sent back to where they started, and there have been no real development out of all these talent searches that have been on. What is different about MPD Academies, and what kind of coaches are you using?
Okay, it's a really good question, and it's one I asked myself, can we ensure we deliver? Otherwise I wouldn't have come to Kenya and delivered it. Yes, we can deliver it. Yes, it will be fulfilled. It will be over many years to come. And in answer to your question, why is this different? It's different because we're very lucky. We have Safaricom behind us. Safaricom have been out of football for many years. They've studied the projects. They know where they wanted to come into football. They've come in my opinion, in a very professional, correct direction. They're developing the nation's youth. They're engaging with the real people on the ground. Safaricom are allowing us to get on with the job we're doing. We're not having any influence whatsoever about how we choose the players, and it's truly wonderful. My commitment is that I've been in this industry for 21 years. I've seen some wonderful players come through projects that I've been involved in. I'm positioned very well to introduce any talented youngsters we see to European clubs. My key goal is I want players to start earning the money they deserve to be earning. And some of the talent that I've seen and the coaches have seen, and remember, some of the coaches, the UEFA coaches, they're over here at the Safaricom Next Generation search for Kenya's unfound talent. They're coaching with EPL players on a month-by-month basis. And they're saying to me, we need to take these players. We need to take them to Europe because they're that good. They just haven't been discovered. And I think the combination of Safaricom being involved, MPD Academies being involved, we've got a great future together, which will stay.
When you say you've got no influence whatsoever, Can't I come and say that, for example, Mike Okinyi's nephews at the tryouts, I come with a stack of cash, give them to the head coach and tell the head coach, look, this is my boy, I need him in.
Yeah.
How secure is the system that I cannot be able to do that?
You know, the best people to answer that question is the thousands and thousands who've turned up for the tryouts so far and the spectators. When you turn up for a tryout, the coaches are not permitted to engage with any of the adults prior to starting the tryout. They appear from the changing rooms, the clubhouse. They have no interaction prior to setting out their coaching drills. They don't interact with the players other than to coach them. Whenever a player approaches them to say who they are or what, they tell them, talk to me after the tryouts are over. If an adult goes to talk to them, they ask the adults not to discuss things with them whilst the tryouts are going on. All adults are kept behind a secure area so they don't interfere with the coaching. And in addition to that, the coaches themselves, when they're scoring the young players, the boys and girls who are at the search, at the Safaricom Next Generation search, they don't even talk to themselves about what they score in the players. They don't know who the players are. They have no idea if that player's from the wealthiest family, from the poorest family, and that's been proven in the fact that I'm privy to the players who've been selected so far. And I was only talking to Safaricom about this just a day or two ago, saying that we've actually got young players coming from the slums, from orphanages, from very well-to-do background families. We're getting the whole combination. Nobody's influencing us. Nobody is talking to the coaches, and not even the coaches talk to each other about who's getting the high scores. It's the head coach, who is a highly regarded individual, who gets the scores at the end of the day and collates them.
Well, so you've got 21 years experience in terms of in football and management. That's why you've got MPD Academies. What is MPD all about? You're based in the UK, that's what we know, but what does MPD do in football?
We created MPD in 2012 because for 2 decades I've been running some of the biggest international youth events in the world, where teams globally travel to participate in them. Highly regarded events such as the English Super Cup, the Dubai International Super Cup, and we see an abundance of youngsters being approached by a huge amount of EPL scouts, football league scouts, who take them on, and we needed to have a platform to engage with those good players that we discover. When they come to our events, they attend the MPD Academies tryouts, and then we have the introduction. We've learned that over the years, and we're bringing this now to Kenya.
Okay, and final question, would the players from Kenya get an opportunity to be in the events organized by MPD Academies?
The players from Kenya who are successful at the tryouts?
At the tryouts, yes.
Yeah, of course. If they're successful at the tryouts, they come on to the academy. If they're not successful, it doesn't mean they're not as good. It means we've only had a short time with them. We are going to continue the Safaricom Next Generation by sending Safaricom coaching drills to everybody that's joined MPD Academies throughout the Safaricom Next Generation tour of Kenya. And we'll constantly engage with them. They'll all become members of MPD, and we've got a huge future together.
Okay. Thank you very much, Cherry.
Michael, it's my pleasure.
Wish
Thank
you
you
all the best.
Thank you so much.
Well, back to you, Bernard.
Absolutely.